Good afternoon.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm busy.
I am too.
And we're very busy today. It's
Yeah,
hot,
I've got this
I'm
like a
busy.
major project I'm working on for my supervisor at my office. Need to get that done.
Restore photographs, so I have to go into photo restoration, and I'm restoring an old photo.
Yeah.
So,
Making the color better?
yeah.
Yes.
Faffing with it. So we're just liking everybody coming in as everybody's still trying to do their thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm just
I know Samantha's here.
See, I just got the alert that
Benjamin.
the video is now live.
Okay, so wait.
So there should be some people coming in now. Hope you're all doing okay. Okay, I see Samantha. Yeah, Ben. I see Keith, the big Disney fan. And yeah, it's June 25th. Hello, Art Johns.
My eyeballs are itching. You know how much you touch your face and yourself?
Yeah, that's true. Just like that. Nathan Staker.
Nathan.
Good afternoon. Well, for you, good evening. How are you?
Wow.
Thanks for being here, Nathan.
It's 2:00 here in the afternoon in California.
Kidult, what it do? How you doing? And Mike Wheeler and Fox Hollow. Todd, hello. How are you? Donna Jaworski, welcome in. It is time for the Daily Dose of Disney. It is June 25th. Shoot, there are only 4 more days after this.
What?
After this, there are only 4 more days.
Yeah. It's exhausting, but we get pleasure out of it.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. 183 days until Christmas. We are officially at the half-year mark until Christmas Day.
What is Kidult's
It is June 25th. Yeah, 6 months exactly. So let's see. We'll have to eat my sorrows away in downtown Disney. Yes, indeed.
We'll give attention to the elephant in the room in a little while.
We will be getting to that, definitely.
There's 2 elephants in the room right now.
Yeah, we will definitely be getting to that. Yeah. Hey, Cherie, Surfer Girl, good to have you. Thank you for joining. It is wonderful. It is Thursday afternoon. It is National Strawberry Parfait Day.
Didn't know there was a thing.
It's National Catfish Day. I'm not really a catfish person nor a trout.
No.
It's also National Bomb Pop Day.
What is that?
Okay. When you were a kid, you got a popsicle from the corner market or whatever, and it was red, white, and blue, and it was in the shape of a bomb.
Oh.
It's National Bomb Pop Day.
Well, guess what? They're not going to be selling those anymore.
No, they're not. Hey, Ben's here, of course. And Candy Mom Cynthia, welcome into the stream. It's good to have you here. Yeah, it's actually of all 3 of those, National Strawberry Parfait Day is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
6 months today is Christmas morning. Wow.
Pearl Nini, welcome in. And I see Michelle is here as well. Thank you for joining, everyone. It is time for this. Yeah, Bomb Pop is the bomb. Yeah, I loved that. Loved that as a kid. I remember also the sherbet popsicle thing, the missiles, I think is what they were called.
I think they're missiles, yeah.
I loved those things.
I didn't have that many. I mean, I ate popsicles. We had popsicles as a kid.
Yeah.
More, we had the ones with the 2 sticks. So you snapped them apart and you had the 2. Those were our popsicles in our day. That was the 80s.
Mara in Memphis, season's greetings to you.
Hello.
It is officially 6 months until Christmas. Mm-hmm. It is June 25th, which means 6 months until December 25th. This is as far away as we can be from Christmas from either direction, either before or after. Yeah. This is as far away as we can. Now we're just getting closer and closer.
I found the Christmas tree I want that's black. Well, Halloween tree. I finally found that last night.
Yeah.
Ended up finding it at Wayfair. I just need to buy it now.
Yeah.
So we can have our Halloween tree.
Definitely. So let's go ahead and get started with today's Daily Dose of Disney. We've got some things in history today. Carolyn Life, welcome. We have Walt Disney throwing a party for distribution. Why is that? Yeah. He had been working with Columbia for distributing some of his Mickey Mouse cartoons and things. QVC is just starting the Christmas in July. Just saying. Yep, that makes sense, Richard.
I will have to say I've never bought anything from QVC in my whole life.
Sherry cannot say that.
Have you bought anything from QVC?
Me personally, no.
No, I have.
No, I have not. I'm a on hands kind of. I like going into shops and
it's
buying.
Hard to shop online.
Yeah.
For me, I have to touch and feel. It's really hard to find stuff.
Charlie, welcome. It's good to have everyone here. So they changed from Columbia to United Artists. Of course, United Artists was a distributor for Disney for a little while. That was originally founded by D.W. Griffith, Mary Pickford, Charlie Chaplin, and Douglas Fairbanks, which is why it was called United Artists. Oh. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Are you still drinking your lunch?
I am, but I'm also having some water, sips of water in between.
Oh.
Yeah. Kiddled. 1965. Okay, here's something that's... The Orlando Evening Star, a newspaper in the area of Orlando at that time, had an article by an attorney by the name of Paul Hellawell. And he was involved in the secret secret purchase of the property in Central Florida. And he confirmed that the still anonymous buyer had completed nearly all the land purchases for a mystery project. Of course, we did not know what that project was at that time. There were theories about that.
Oh, it was the military. It was NASA. There was, Dougie's there.
Yeah. NASA was
a lot of Europeans.
A lot of space, aerospace was the plan. Hey, Pearlie.
Yeah.
She's bought a crap ton from QVC.
Yeah.
But yeah, she likes hands-on. I'm difficult buying online. Yeah, it's a little difficult. Yes, and by October 65, the cat was out of the bag, but still, here it was in June, no one knew. It was still a
Disney
secret.
was that good. Oh my God, he was a stroke of brilliance.
So many shell accounts set up for all that real estate. Amazing.
Yeah. He learned his lesson, and when he lost Oswald, he did Mickey and protected it and made it the behemoth. Disneyland, he saw how well it was going, but he knew he needed to do things different, so he did it different. So his second time was always a stroke of brilliance.
Yeah.
So it was really good.
Yeah, definitely getting his getting burned in Anaheim. That was a hard one to swallow.
Well, yeah, he couldn't buy anymore. Everything he had no control. It was a mess. And they're still fighting it to this day after 65 years.
Yeah. So
Politics.
But that was in 1965. They made an announcement that person or that company, the anonymous buyer, had nearly finished all the purchases. But once it got out, everyone was very excited that Disney was coming to Florida. So,
wow.
1967, an attraction appeared in the new Tomorrowland at Disneyland on this day. It was just a redo of an existing attraction. Back in the late 50s, when they put in this film, it was called Circarama.
Mm-hmm.
11 cameras would project around a 360 perimeter inside the room, thereby making it feel like you were completely surrounded by everything.
Oh, I'm sure, Richard, you know a lot more what's going on. We don't need to.
Editor of the Orlando Sentinel knew what was up, told the staff to keep it under wraps until it was no longer feasible to keep it secret. The land values increased 1,000%. Yes, indeed, they did. But in 1967, America the Beautiful premiered at Disneyland. It was officially changed from Circarama to Circle Vision 360. Each screen was 40 degrees of the view. So if you went through an entire circle, multiply that times 9, that's 360. So yeah, it was great. Absolutely fantastic. Kiddo loves the Disneyland history. Oh yeah, I love Disneyland history. I could talk about it all day, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just one of the attractions that came to the new Tomorrowland in 1967. Of course, also the People Mover, the Rocket Jets, the Carousel of Progress was part of that new Tomorrowland in 67. I mean, we're talking fantastic attractions.
That was huge.
And adventure through inner space with magnification.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved that. Absolutely love that. Hey, Pearl Manhattan, thank you for being here. I had not seen Judy. Welcome in. Great
There's
to have
so many
you.
people I can't see because the light's too bright.
Yeah. 1980. Let's jump ahead 13 years. 1980, 2 films premiered from Disney on this day. First one, we'll discuss Herbie Goes Bananas. This was the 4th in the film series of The Love Bug.
I think I've seen it.
I don't remember seeing Herbie Goes Bananas.
I've seen a couple of the Herbies, but I can't remember. We saw the first one ever, so.
Well, this film supposedly takes off. It just picks up right where the last one with Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, where it takes off, where he's going from France to Brazil on an ocean liner. Actually, not Brazil. He was going to go to Puerto Vallarta. And then from there, he was going to drive to Brazil in an auto race. So
that's weird.
Yeah. But even Cloris Leachman was in this film. So I haven't seen this movie. So I really need to sit down and watch Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo. Well, I need to watch that one too, because I don't remember seeing that one either. Herbie Goes Bananas. And then also the same day, another movie. This one I do remember seeing. I saw this one with Ben, starring Elliot Gould and Elliot Gould and Ricky Schroeder, The Last Flight of Noah's Ark.
I never heard of it.
Let's see. Elliot Gould played Noah Dugan. Yes, believe it or not, his name was Noah. He was unemployed due to his love of gambling, owed a large sum of money. He turned to an old friend, a greasy shyster named Mr. Stoney, who sent him on an unglamorous and risky job to pilot a B-29 bomber filled with animals. An attractive young missionary and a young orphan stows away to an island for a new religious mission. But when the plane crash lands on a small island, the plane is converted into a boat, and everyone sets sail on the adventure to Hawaii. Even Genevieve Bujold is in that film.
Okay. I don't really have notes. It doesn't sound... I have other things I need to watch.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was that one. And then, I don't know if any of you remember this, but also in 1980, little record was released from Walt Disney Records, Mickey Mouse Disco. Do you remember that record?
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone remembers.
We all remember. Yeah,
I think a lot of people had this record in their collection when they were kids.
It was huge.
I mean, come on, Mickey and Disco. It was a perfect match. It was a marketing genius, actually.
Oh, they were trying to throw anything out the wall to see if it sticks.
Yeah.
It was the late 70s, early 80s when everything was...
They were celebrating the 25th anniverary of Disneyland at that point, too. So they were doing a lot of stuff at that point.
Well, I didn't go in 1980. I was too young.
Yeah. I don't remember being there in 1980 for that summer.
You didn't do the 25th anniversary?
I do not recall doing that.
Oh, you remember everything else.
Yeah.
Sad.
1985. Now, here's something that's interesting. On this day, 35 years ago, picture it, Orlando, more specifically, Walt Disney World, 1985. At about 9 p.m. at night, the monorail has left Epcot, and it's going to the Magic Kingdom. But it has to stop halfway through that trip because the monorail is on fire. It caught on fire. They had to evacuate people from the monorail on this night around 9 p.m. About 200 guests were on the monorail at that time, but they got them all down with ladders and cherry picker baskets. So fortunately, everyone was safely evacuated. But man, talk about scary.
I think they have it under control. I mean, they've never had anything this big.
Yeah, I've never been evacuated for an emergency like that. I've had an attraction shut down because, it broke or something. Like the time that we were on the logs for Splash Mountain and we bottomed out in the flume, and our log wouldn't go anywhere. So we actually shut down the attraction. Yeah, that was embarrassing. It had barely made it up to just the first ramp and it just kind of stopped. So, oh well. Hi, Anthony. 2005. On this day at Disneyland.
You missed 1995.
I did. I did skip over that one. Yeah. How many of you like the restaurant in Canada at World Showcase, Le Cellier? I know that's a fantastic restaurant. I love the place. Man,
They're good. I mean, it's expensive. I mean, we only had lunch there once.
yeah, that cheese soup they
But
have,
it's, it's a restaurant.
poutine. Apparently, they have great steaks. Richard, you probably know about the steaks there, I'm sure. I love a good steak. Yeah, there he is, Le Cellier. It opened on this day again, reopened actually after a long refurb. It took them 9 months to do this one. So
1995.
1995, wow. Yeah. So it was down for 9 months. They finally reopened it on this day in 1995. Okay, let's jump forward 10 years at Disneyland, the Disneyland Railroad specifically. On this day, a new railroad went into work. And let's see. Oh, hi, Simba. Oh, their filet is great too. That's good to know. I'll have to try that out sometime. I want to go back there. Would you want to go back to that restaurant?
I think I would entertain it.
Yes. Yeah, I think I'd really do try that. But Disneyland Railroad put into service their 5th locomotive. There it is, 5. The Lord Kimball officially went into service on this day, and it's the only engine at Disneyland that is not named for a president of the Santa Fe Railroad. The others are, let's see, the C.K. Holiday, the Ernest Marsh, the E.P. Ripley, and there's one more.
Holiday, Ripley, Marsh, Gurley.
Yes, the Gurley. Yes, that's it. All 4 of them.
Yeah, 2 of them were built in the Disney Studios. The other 2 were purchased, and then this was part of the Lord Kimball. So the only Magic Kingdom that has 5 engines.
Oh, yes, indeed. We will be doing that.
Yes, we'll be talking about there's 2 elephants in the room.
You know what? In my research that I had, I did not find a reason for that.
The investigation doesn't tell us.
They usually don't talk about that kind of thing. They just say what happened, but they don't go into details. So anyway, that was 2005. The Lord Kimball went into service. 2010, they held a 40th anniversary celebration for Dave Smith because at this point he'd been in charge of the Walt Disney Archives for 40 years. So that is pretty good. Good question. Why don't they do an alien-themed restaurant? Well, at this point, they had not had the movie rights to it. And I know Disney's been trying to get away from paying for rights, but now that they own the rights to Alien, that might be a possibility. But they do have that new Space 220 restaurant that's opening at Epcot probably this year. It was supposed to be done already, right? Space 220?
It was supposed to open up around this time.
Yeah, it's nestled between Test Track and Mission Space. But it's not open yet, and that's just because the parks aren't open. So we'll see what happens. Oh, also, it was announced on this day, today, 2020. Projects like Avengers Campus are still going on at Disneyland's resorts. They are continuing. But there's been a possible delay in some of the other attractions that they're starting to work on, like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway in Toontown at Disneyland. They also have announced that they may be moving away from completing Tron Light Cycle Run in time for the 50th anniversary. It's going to open after that right now, it looks like. So I need a redo on Disney Nerd Herders channel. I think everyone does. They were taking wagers as to see who was going to say when that attraction was going to open. And of course, we had not considered what was going on around us right now. But, it's going to be later than, I believe, October 1st, 2021. So we'll have to see what happens then. And there's also the possibility that the Runaway Railway is going to not open in 2022 at Disneyland, which was the projected date. Hey, look at that.
Wow.
Richard, congratulations. By the way, anyone here in the stream, if you have not yet subscribed to the Orlando Guy, please do. He's part of our circle of support. One of the branches of our support tree. Richard has been a tremendous help to us, and we want to do everything we can to help him as well. So thank you for everything you do for us, Richard. Thank you. Also, Because this was also announced earlier this year, it was announced that there's probably going to be a decrease in expenditures for capital expenses, meaning attraction refurbs and new attractions and things. Almost $1 billion has been cut. So they're looking at possibly not doing some things that they said. My guess is that Spaceship Earth is on that list, that they're going to delay the refurb of that one. So we don't know what's going to happen with that.
No.
Now, the question is, what's going to happen with Splash Mountain? You saw that the thumbnail here was the new artwork for Princess and the Frog. Now, I am a firm believer in the parks not being a museum. Doug, you feel the same way?
Pretty much there's some things that are, I feel like, a little bit sacred, but I think everything needs to update, refresh, evolve, freshen up. As a photo restoration person, you can't keep everything that's decaying and keep it just in its state. I believe it should be updated to today and what is relevant. But I do want to make two things clear, and this is from Imagineering and this is from D23, so this is not out in the press. The Imagineering has always worked on this for a couple of years. So it's not because of the petition. There was a petition along to do it. They made it very clear this has nothing to do with the petition that people were trying to sign to retheme Splash Mountain. They have been thinking about doing retheming. There is so much stuff that they have we will never know about.
I'll tell you this. The artwork that they released today to show what the overlay of Princess and the Frog looks like, that's something that wasn't done overnight.
No, they had this in the works for, they said, for at least a couple of years now. So there's that. And we do not know if the name is going to get changed. So we don't know anything. So it's still going to be called Splash Mountain. And they have no idea when it's going to get rethemed. But Disneyland is going to be first. They did admit that. So whatever, and take that all over it. It could be Splash Mountain, blah, 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 or it could be a whole new name. We don't know. Yeah. So people like wanting to know what if they're going to change the name. We don't know.
Yeah.
They just wanted to release this out. And I think it's going to be absolutely phenomenal.
There are people out there that are already complaining, saying, they're trying to revise things, everything. No, I don't think so. And that's because, like I said, we are firm believers in theme parks not being museums. They can constantly change. There are certain things that shouldn't. Like, for instance, Main Street. When you walk in, it should feel like Main Street.
Yeah, I don't think they need to kill any of the buildings. But if they have to change a color or freshen up some detail of the facade, yeah. But they're not going to level it down and rebuild it because they want to do a new Main Street. So, it's a great attraction. We had it for 30 years. It was fun. Things need to be freshened up. And I think it's a good story. I think what they're going to do, the whole Mardi Gras thing, the whole New Orleans Square is going to be absolutely amazing.
That's where I'm questioning, because Splash Mountain, okay, now you see, here's someone. Sci-fi and Fantasy Geek says, I didn't know that Splash Mountain was based on Song of the South. If there were obvious references to that, then rebranding isn't a bad idea. For major Disney fans, Fantasy Geek, Splash Mountain, people did know it was from Song of the South because of the characters of Brer Bear, Brer Fox, and Brer Rabbit. And most true Disney fans know that those characters are from Song of the South. And it's a movie that Disney has tried to push down, just kind of forget that it happened. But the
1946.
The characters were so rich though at that point, so they thought, you know what, let's go ahead and just remove those characters from the movie, put them into an attraction, and let's soften it. And that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, there's really no relation to the movie, but it is related to the movie in a strong way if you follow the movie. But you got to also think it was at the time. It was created in 1946. The attraction opened in 1989. So it was a long time ago. So they were going back and through it. And the song they use all the time in all their marketing in fireworks is the Zip-de-doo-dah music. So that's what Tony Baxter said. That was a strong thing, was because of a song. So to know that they based an attraction on a song, a Zip-Dee Doo-Dah,
Yeah.
is huge. So that's what they were working on. It was the 80s. Again, we can't look back at history and say anybody was right or wrong. That's what they did.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. In Disneyland, Splash Mountain sits right on the edge of Critter Country, which is right next to New Orleans Square. This attraction is going to, with the redo, flow over beautifully from the theme of New Orleans Square at Disneyland. There's going to be a problem, though, doing this in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why is because it sits right in the middle of Frontierland. I don't know how they're going to theme New Orleans Square right in the middle of Frontierland at Magic Kingdom. Because you leave Frontierland, you go to the bend, there's Splash Mountain right there, and then you continue on, and then Big Thunder Mountain is right beyond. It doesn't really fit. So I don't know. They're going to have trouble mixing that theme.
It's going to be a mess in Florida, but I'm sure they'll find a way to do it.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be able to do it.
Yeah. But Disneyland, New Orleans Square now at Disneyland is going to have 3 of the biggest e-tickets of all time. It's going to have Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion, and whatever this Mountain Splash, Princess of the Frog, because that attraction will move into New Orleans Square.
Yeah. Cynthia is saying here, some are scared they will change Frontierland. We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
They could.
They could change that area. They're not going to change all of Frontierland because, let's face it, the Country Bear Jamboree fits in Frontierland.
Yeah.
Big Thunder Mountain fits in Frontierland. It just works.
They'll figure it out. This is Disney for all this thing. I think it's going to take time.
Yeah, there is no continuity between Splash and Big Thunder.
No.
So they will.
They can keep it over. Probably they'll keep it off to the side and create a micro land.
They might. Who knows?
Don't know.
And I had missed them. Hey, what it do, twinsies? I wonder if that's probably Carlos. So welcome in. Thanks for being here. So we're not sure exactly what's going to happen with it. But whatever it is, I know we don't have to be concerned about the retheming of it. They're going to do a good job with it. Purists at Disneyland were very worried about It's a Small World. They said, it's sacrilege. You can't touch that attraction. And Disneyland has done it several times. They've done things to it. They've changed the soundtrack. They have done Christmas overlays, which are fantastic. They added Disney characters to the attraction. And people were really concerned about that. They thought, you can't put Cinderella in that movie or in that attraction. You can't put Peter Pan in there. Why are you putting Lilo and Stitch in Small World? And you know what? It works.
They've done so much to Disneyland, and people got in a little frothy frenzy. Retheming Tower of Terror. It's amazing with Galaxy's Garden. So we can get all in a huffy over it as much as you want. They're doing it to what it is. This is a business. They're there to make money. They're not there to be our friends, and they're not there to pander to our psyche. So Disney's doing what's in the best interest of them and people who own stock.
Yeah.
So don't take it personal. So it's a company.
Yeah. And then Donna says, just my opinion, but shouldn't Tiana be in New Orleans Square? She actually has been part.
Mm-hmm.
She has been celebrated in New Orleans Square. So has the Shadow Man. He almost took Jim's soul in New Orleans Square last summer. He kind of freaked out Jim when Mr. More Sunshine Please was visiting.
And if you want to even know how hardcore Disney is about it, when they changed the theme of Club 33 and added their lounge, it actually is based on Princess and the Frog. Take it from people who've been inside. We could tell you that area is designed like Princess and the Frog. So Disney knows what they're doing. And that's what they did with Club 33.
Yeah, Tiana and the Shadow Man are face characters in New Orleans Square and very popular.
So I think I can't believe New Orleans Square is going to be that powerful.
Yeah.
They're going to get that attraction now. So Critter Country is going to be a junk store, a pretty good restaurant, and Pooh. So it might be Pooh's Corner.
Yeah. We don't know what they're going to do with it.
We don't know what that looks like. It's
know.
a tiny, tiny area now because I don't think Critter Country is going to be Critter Country.
But they may Yeah, they may make it Pooh's Corner instead of Critter Country. They may absorb Splash Mountain into New Orleans Square.
Oh, it has
That's
to.
a possibility. So we don't know what's going to happen.
It's going to be amazing.
But yeah, you do make a point. It is totally out of place now. It really is. So that's why they want to do away with that. So it just makes sense.
So just get on it, film it with 4K, get your feelings out, and we all got to move on. So when the attraction is on, no attraction.
Donna, no attraction for Tiana is in New Orleans Square, not yet.
No, sometimes she's on the boat. No, well, Mark Twain.
Yeah,
we've actually seen her, and she's around Shadow Mountain. She's out in New Orleans Square a lot. She's
even in the show Mickey and the Magical Map.
Yeah.
At the very end, the map splits open and her boat comes out and she's singing there. Got to dig a little deeper, I think it is.
Because she's New Orleans, so they could put her. They do have Princess and the Frog is huge in California.
Yeah. As a matter of fact,
plaque.
Because of all this, I'll be honest with you, I have not seen Princess of the Frog since 2009. It was just after I had lost my job. I was really depressed, really down about that. And Doug said, let's go see a movie. And you know what? That movie really made me feel better because of that.
And I call it essentially, it's the last 2D animation. So I have a little soft spot of it. I think it's an amazing attraction. So the second elephant that's in the room is Disneyland's closed. They don't know when they're going to be opening.
Yeah.
So that came out late last night. It's all over the media. I've watched it. Dusty Sage was also interviewed by the CBS channel down in LA.
KCBS?
Yeah, he's saying that he gets it. He understands why, but he doesn't like it, but he's a different type of Disney fan. We just have to, we're in a health crisis. So that's all I'm adding to it. It's a mess out there. And that's all I have to say.
But as soon as Disneyland does announce the time that they're going to open, we will let you know. Because as soon as that news came out at, I believe, it was around the 6 o'clock hour, between 5 and 6 last night, the news came out.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what? We're going to go ahead and I'll put this out there. And I did. So it was very good to see. Hey, look at that, Ryan. Welcome in. Good to have you here.
So with Disneyland opening, it's not like Disney doesn't want to. I think the government would like to have it, but you can't control nature.
Right.
So.
Yeah, exactly. So let's be safe out there.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone, thank you so much for joining us today for the Daily Dose of Disney. Like I said, there are only 4 episodes left. We're going to be back tomorrow at the same time, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, where we will be discussing the day's history from the world of Disney.
Yeah.
And anything in the news, just like what happened today and last night. Oh, Rob. Yeah, I'm going to miss 2, but you know what? We have other things coming. Trust me, you're going to like it. We have some more food videos coming. And, Carolyn, thank you so much. I'm glad you like this. Thank you.
It's kind of what our life is. There's so much going on today. Today was a Oompa Loompa week. Is the long story about it. Too much life-changing big things that I can relate to. Apple released a bunch of stuff today and the new chips, and then Disney talking about not opening, or they don't know when they're ever going to open, and Splash Mountain getting renewed. So, or rethemed.
So Anthony wants us to answer this before we leave.
Okay.
If you guys have a choice to revamp Frontierland at Walt Disney World, what would you add behind Thunder Mountain next to Splash Mountain? Well, to be honest, if they could do it, I would love to see them build something like the Western River expansion that they had originally planned for that area. Or maybe something like Geyser Mountain, which was an attraction that they were going to do based on the technology that they put in the Tower of Terror. It was supposed to be venturing into like a mine, but it was also built in a thermal, what's the word I'm looking for? A thermal area.
Yeah, the hot springs
kind of with geysers, hot springs and things. It was supposed to be something like that. But I'll tell you, Thunder Mesa would have been a wonderful idea. I really like that.
But it'll have to be based on a character.
Yes,
they will not create something that it hasn't some kind of thing that someone can relate to. It won't be just
At
nothing
least-
loosey-goosey.
At least not with the current administration there. That are people that are running Disney right now, like IP, they want IP to drive everything. But wouldn't it be wonderful to actually have something creative, like
Big time.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion, Matterhorn Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain? I mean, these attractions had no IP at all. They created the IP for these rides. Let's face it, that was fantastic. He's eating fries from the habit and doesn't like them, but he's hungry. I get it. Thanks for that one. Yeah, I love the habit.
Yeah, I don't know how they could. I mean, if they got rid of Frontierland, I think they could make everything microlands. I think Moana is going to be huge. They need something.
Yeah.
Not just a little water thing or something like they want to do at Epcot. I don't know. Right now, we just need to get healthy and we need the parks open to full capacity. Worrying about what they could be doing or what they should be doing is really, it's too much reading tea leaves.
I think our friend Jim would kind of like take offense to that one.
Oh, man.
Just so you have clarification, Jim of More Sunshine Please, when he rode Splash Mountain with our group of people at Disneyland last summer, he got drenched. He sat in the front row and the water just dumped on him big time. So he was soaked. But I like the idea. I really do like that. But unfortunately, Aquaman is not the right IP.
No, it's DC.
It's DC, not Marvel.
And Warner Brothers owns that. So
And the thing is,
that ain't going to happen.
we could have Marvel at Disneyland, not a problem. Cannot do that in Florida because of the agreement that Universal has with Marvel. It's a very sticky situation.
It's all lawsuits. It's all contractual. So
Yeah.
it's nothing to get upset about. It's just how things were made. Again, dealing with the past.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you so much for joining us for this edition. We'll go ahead and call it a day here at PTV3D. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Moderators, thank you for your assistance with today. We cannot do this without you. And to our support tree, all the branches of our tree, Rob Fuzz, More Sunshine Please, Two Real Geeks, D&G Explorers, and the Orlando Guy. Those are the 5 branches of our support tree. We cannot do what we do here without them. So thank you for all of your help, everyone. And to you, our villagers, we thank you for spending this time with us. We know that there are plenty of choices out there for you, and we're just so thankful that you choose to spend this time with us. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
And we will talk with you tomorrow for another edition of the Daily Dose of Disney at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. In the meantime, everyone, have a magical evening and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.